we got four of us here.
Limited camera view.
I think better.
Cool. Get in here, James. We got Mark sitting over there.
Oh, sitting by the lonesome.
Our neighborhood introvert.
Thanks,
Come on, Mark, get up
Sleep,
here.
for taking the time to sit down and chat with Mayhem Rockstar Magazine about Sleepwar.
Thank
You
you.
bet, man.
Sorry about all the technical difficulties. That's Facebook for you.
Yep.
Yeah, well, we figured it out, so.
Didn't take
Just a little
long.
bigger than better than Twitter, right? Not that great, but
Tell us about the band members in Sleepwar and how you guys got started.
Sure. So I was in a cover band singing just the normal rock stuff and some country stuff, and that broke up, and I was like, you know what, I just want to do original stuff, and so I put an ad on Craigslist, and or actually Tim put I think Tim had an ad on Craigslist, and I messaged him, and he sent me a song, and I put some vocals to it, and he liked it a lot, and then we just started writing some more songs, and a couple months later, we got James here. He started playing bass, and we got a few other members that aren't with us anymore. And back earlier this year, we got this guy right here, Brennan, played drums, and
that was Craigslist too.
And that was Craigslist too. And then we have Mark behind the scenes over here. Started playing guitar.
We can show him real quick.
Started playing guitar with us.
There's Mark.
yeah,
He's hanging.
I was the only non-Craigslist encounter. So
Yeah, he was not a Craigslist encounter.
that's good. But like we all played music together. Me and Roger did, and Mark. When we were younger, Roger had been in a couple bands that were a little bigger.
I'm Roger, James, Brennan, Mark.
Yeah. So
and Tim's in South Carolina.
yeah. So we definitely had played it in bands. This wasn't our first project, and it was really cool to see, how Roger and Tim, when they put the band together, just how quickly a lot of the songs came together. And still we have like probably 25, 30 ideas that, are worked on enough to where we play them for people and they get the idea and that we're proud of, but, that we're not working on currently. And so, I think our past experience of playing together and playing some festivals and the bands work through and touring and doing stuff, independently, kind of matured us in a way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys were on Vans Warped Tour. I couldn't find anything about Vans Warped Tour until you said something.
Yeah, it was a different band probably about 13, 14 years ago.
Yeah, it was a punk project. It's called I don't know if punk's the right definition, but called Something Left to Learn. And
I remember that band. I remember that band.
No, that's cool.
It's kind of like a ska punk thing, and then kind of went more indie rock kind of thing.
Yeah, it changed over some time, and I sang in the band, and then when Roger joined, he ended up playing bass and guitar and kind of switched things up a little bit. But that was the last project I played with Roger and Mark in, so it was kind of cool to reunite with them and do something like this.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
Yeah, we're from Phoenix, Arizona.
They are, except I'm from Canada.
Yeah, he's Canadian. We don't trust him really.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're all from Phoenix. And
few controversial issues in the music scene right now. That's cool with you guys.
Sure.
Okay, so one is, what do you guys think about the cell phone ban policy that some of the bigger artists in the music industry have started now?
I haven't heard about that. What is this ban?
A lot of the bigger rock bands are now actually starting to ban cell phones. Did you guys know that?
No,
ban cell phones like at concerts and different things.
Yeah, at concerts. Yeah.
Yeah. I I know comedians have done it, and lots of acts have done it in the past. I personally think it disconnects you from your audience and definitely gives off the wrong type of vibe. But with that said, we're also not making millions of dollars a year as a band, so it's I mean, I wouldn't do it. I know a lot of bands that don't do it still. I know like a band we like a lot, Blue October, has a super personalized message and like connection at their shows, and everybody has a cell phone out.
Exactly. What do you guys think about the final year of Vans Warped Tour?
It's I think for me it's been something that I love to go to in the past and even play, and it's kind of sad that it's going away, but all good things come to an end, right?
Exactly.
Well,
What are your experiences?
what was that?
What are some of your memorable show experiences?
Show experiences. I think one for me is we were playing a festival in Chicago, it was Illinois, and playing with sharing the stage with Further Seems Forever. That was pretty memorable.
Yeah, I think with Sleepwar, it's we finally got some of the members we wanted like together in a way that I think we put on a really cool show locally, like at the what was it, Rebel Lounge.
Yeah.
And it was cool for us because he's playing to a click live. We have some triggered backing tracks as well as synth bass, live guitar, lights, smoke, and it's just different in a way with the complexity that we've had projects in the past. And so it was cool. The place was filled to the brim and people really connected with it. And we felt it, they felt it. It was dark. The lighting was right. Just every part of it made it aesthetically what it needed to be a good show. And so for us, we're learning that, not every venue is right for us, and not every, situation to play live is something we should jump at. And it's not because we think we're better. It's just there's certain settings that need to be in place, I think, for people to experience our music, the way that we want.
And good audio system too, because
they have an awesome PA and awesome board op and great subs. So all those things help.
Have you released any new music lately?
we have January 19th we released our new song called "1,000 Different Faces," and in 2 days we're releasing our first EP called "When We Were," and we're definitely excited about that.
Yeah. The first, it's been a lot of work, and for us, it was probably the hardest thing was the marketing and trying to get our goals all aligned in the same place. And but we're really proud of it, and we think it's going to be great. It may not, jump up in the charts or get the popularity that maybe we would like, but we really think it's a foundational thing for our band and music, and we plan to keep doing it for a long time. And so, I'm really proud of it. I think the songs are going to stand the test of time.
Yeah, I think we recorded it last August, and we just really wanted to take it slow and get our marketing in place, so when we do release it in 2 days, we'll have some good traction out there.
Yeah.
If you could record with anyone in the recording studio, who would you record with? Producer or artist or band?
There's one that we already did, and that was Corey Spots. That's who we did our EP with out here, and that was for a long time I wanted to record with him, and I think Mark did too, which he's over here on the side now. So, and it was such an amazing experience. Another person would probably be Mark Trombino, who did Jimmy Eat World and Blink-182.
Yeah, probably for me it'd be I don't know, I think Brian Eno or someone that produced U2 would be pretty cool. But I think that covers it.
What about you, Mark? You want to get on in here?
I'm good. It's chilling.
Yeah.
What are some funny moments in your career that you've had?
I think, especially with Mark and James, and soon to be Brendan, I was always the over positive guy, encouraging, and I think you guys thought that was pretty annoying, huh?
Yeah, it can be.
Come on, you'll love it soon, James. Come on.
I don't know. We played at a church once. Well, more than once, but we played at a church one time, not in this project, but when we were like 18 or 19 in a band, and the PA went out. And I think it went out because we had a lot of high watt amps like plugged into the same area, and the whole like youth group thing crashed, right? And then all the people at the church, some like leaders, had these prayer caps on, like this orange color as a team, and they prayed over the PA, and we laughed, and even though we share not their exact religious affiliation, but we still thought it was funny, and then the power came back on.
I think it's because they
And,
flipped a breaker.
But then it was because someone flipped a breaker, but no one told them that. So it was that was funny. There's another time we played at the Nile out here, and Roger didn't like something I was doing on stage, and he said, "Dude, just don't say that to me again." And I was like, "What? Say what?" And he's like, "If you say that to me one more time, dude, I'm gonna hit you." I'm like, "Sure you will." And he hit me. We followed the car fighting, and
The funny thing is, I think I was driving too.
I thought that was the drive to Flagstaff.
yeah, well, it was before we went to Flagstaff, but it was funny, it was fun, and afterward we laughed. Yeah,
And then that was about 14 years ago, and
it was a long time ago.
I think now when I want to hit him, I don't. So I think we've all
Yeah.
grown up.
Maybe that's what this band is really about, like learning how not to hit people, like all the things you learned in kindergarten. Maybe that's what we should call our LP.
Instead of Sleepwar, we should call it Fight War.
And
Yeah.
Mesa Music Festival, the smoke machine
Oh yeah, that was
didn't
fun.
stop, and then the fire alarms were going off in the building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking about different projects, but most of our fun stuff was when we were younger, playing in different projects. This one's been a little bit more mature, a little more organized, you know, in, I think a lot of ways.
Yeah. Plus, I think between us, there's 10 kids. So
Yeah, so we're all a little in our 30s, married, have kids, and just want to make good music that we believe in, that encourages us, that you know, that I'd want to listen to. You know, like there's lots of bands that I like, but there's some bands that really get it in terms of being transparent, in terms of what they're struggling with, what they're going through in their lives. Like the guy from Blue October, the lead singer, is incredible in that way. Whether you like their band or not, or you've heard their stuff in the past and then you listen to what they're doing now, I mean, it's indie, it's innovative, it's cutting edge, and that guy just rips his heart out of his chest, puts it on his sleeve, and people love it.
same with Missio.
Yeah, there's some other bands that are doing the same thing in a way that's like for him. I mean, he was a guy who struggled with addiction, and when his dark days were happening, you knew it. And then the last two albums have been so positive and uplifting that it's like if I can be a part of something like that, then I'll take the time to make music. If I can't, for me, it's not worth it.
Definitely.
What artists and bands do you look up to?
Well, I think definitely Blue October is one of them.
U2, yeah. We like. I know he's a big fan of
30
One
Seconds.
Republic.
Yeah.
30 Seconds to Mars, but I mean, like in terms of like people we look up to, the musicians. I mean, like Queen, right? Elton John, U2, REM,
Muse.
Muse.
Sure.
When we were kids,
I used to look up to As I Lay Dying, but
yeah. Or whether it's Nirvana or I mean, there's lots of different bands that hit a lot of different pockets of genres that that we like. But I would say like in terms of the bands that affect our style, they're older. U2 is one of them. The Cure. Let me see what other bands maybe people won't know. The Smiths.
Tame Impala.
Yeah, and more modern ones, like Arcade Fire, 30 Seconds to Mars, War on Drugs. There's a lot that we pull from and like, but I think in terms that influence our sound, it's yeah.
I want to know Brandon's influences since he was drumming.
Mine go further back though, and mostly in the grunge era, and Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and bands like that were the bands I listened to most of the time growing up, for sure. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, like for me, like I had a different introduction to music, but like when I got a guitar and wanted to start playing, I mean, those were the bands that were big, and then yeah. I think one thing that has in common with the bands that we look up to that sound nothing like Soundgarden or Nirvana or a Green Day or Rancid on the punk side to Jimmy Eat World, is that I think it's kind of that new wave type of thing where there's a message in the attitude of the music or in the lyrics of the music that lets you know that like even if you don't like punk rock and you listen to the Ramones, you know that they're taking you somewhere, that they mean something, that they're about something, and I like that, and that's that I think that's important, and I think people see that in bands nowadays and find it inauthentic when people aren't being real. We're talking about, or not. I guess it's not trying to be themselves. I like a lot of rap for that reason too. Even if I hate or disagree or think what they're talking about is kind of stupid or off the wall, but like Kendrick Lamar is a great artist that way. He's fearless in terms of his music, his lyrics, his execution. He's one of the most creative artists that's out today. So I look for that continuity between bands because Nirvana had that, the Ramones had that, U2 had that, Depeche Mode had that. There's a lot of bands that are alive today that have that too.
And I go from one extreme to the next. I can listen to Pantera, Cowboys from Hell one minute, and then Van Morrison, Brown Eyed Girl the next minute.
I can't do the Pantera thing.
Some days I love it.
Yeah.
What can we expect to see coming from Sleepwar this year?
This year, well, I think we're continuing to write, and I think we'll be recording some another EP probably in August. Hopefully, more thoughtful lyrics for me, and more meaning put into it. Because I think all our goal is to really make a difference in people's lives through our music and through what we say and what we do.
I think that's it. We have a lot of songs, and I think we're gonna try to put a lot of those ideas on SoundCloud and let people give us their feedback. And I don't know, just we recorded this last August, and we have 5 songs that 4 more of them will be released Friday, and I think it's a really good EP. It's a journey, and I'm excited to make new music and see what happens. I think it'll be authentic, it'll be real, it'll be transparent, and it may not sound anything like what we're doing now. So,
one thing I hope to see is that Tim comes back to Arizona from South Carolina. That's one thing I hope to see. But he's another person that is in Sleepwar that writes with us.
Yeah.
That he had moved 5 or 6 months ago.
Yeah, but he's still a part of the band and the writing process and marketing, and so yeah. So that's about it in terms of what to expect, I would say.
Where can fans find your music at?
Yeah, so people can go to Facebook, sleepwarmusic.com, Amazon, Spotify, most music sources.
Google Play, iTunes.
Yeah.
Deezer. Somebody said they were listening to us on Deezer.
Yeah, we should be on everywhere, but I mean, the main place, go to sleepwarmusic.com. You can sign up for our newsletter. We love giving away our music for free to connect with fans, and we update our blog regularly. You can find it, all our social links are there. You can find us on Spotify. It would be great if you're listening and find the single, like what you hear, follow us, and tell your friends about it. It takes a lot of work to kind of get out into the music landscape and have the right amount of people listening to your stuff and the right type of people too. So yeah, any help we can get there would be great, and that's probably the best place to go, I'd say.
Thanks, Sleepwar, for taking the time to chat with Mayhem Rockstar Magazine.
Catch your dream, catch and release me, recolor me.